News Center. Now, the Health Ministry maintains that medical services at national referral hospitals in the country have not been affected by the medics' strike. Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha made the remarks yesterday when she visited referral hospitals, including Kenyatta National Hospital. But even as the CES was putting on a strong face, a spot check of various hospitals showed that patients were suffering from slow services. Husna Mohammed reports.
I'm here on my routine check, and equally I needed to assess the services that are going on across the country.
Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha speaking early today after visiting several national referral hospitals in Nairobi. Among the hospitals she visited are the Kenyatta National Hospital and the National Referral Spinal Injury Hospital.
I want to confirm to Kenyans, do not shy away from accessing services, especially at our national referral hospitals, as we wait to resolve the standing issue with the doctors that are on strike.
Due to the ongoing doctor strike, many patients have streamed into Kenyatta National Hospital, unlike before.
Actually, the hospital is handling 3 times of its capacity. Like in the theater, maternity theater, normally the hospital runs 2 theaters, but today they are running 5. This is as a result of the inflow of patients and women who would otherwise have been seen at Mama Lucy Hospital, would have been seen at Pumwani.
But even as she assured patients of operations, Mama Lucy Kibaki Hospital in Embakasi announced to not be admitting patients into the wards, citing shortage of staff due to the ongoing medic strike. In a news statement, the hospital management said, and I quote, "At the moment, the hospital can only give outpatient services and attend strictly to the critical walk-in patients." Elsewhere, officials of Medics Union KMPDU maintain that the strike will continue until the demands are addressed. The strike is currently on the 6th day.
The strike is on, and it will get a little bit tedious repeating the same thing because we are in this for a very long time. We intend this to be the last strike of a decade.
Meanwhile, the Health CS Susan Nakhumicha has assured Kenyans of a smooth transition from the NHIF cover to another, the Social Health Insurance Fund.
And we are working to ensure that the transition is as smooth as possible. And for the record, patients will not even notice the change because it's going to be seamless. We have a transitional committee that is in place. It has already developed the roadmap on how we are going to transit.
Husna Mohammed, KTN News, Nairobi.
All right, and now let us head over to Nyeri County, where my colleague Clement Masombo is standby just to tell us how the doctor's strike has affected residents of that particular county. Masombo, if you can hear me, good morning.
Well, good morning to you, Grace. Indeed, we are 7 days into the doctor's strike, and the strike's ripple effects continue to be felt in various parts of the country. Here in Nyeri County, of course, not being excluded. And we have taken a visit to various hospitals across the county, and we have seen actually that as much as the CS, Health CS Nakhumicha insists that services are ongoing, when you take a keen look at the hospitals, especially at the grassroots level, it clearly indicates that services, even if they are going on, then it's at a very slow pace. For instance, where we are right now, we are at the Nyeri County Referral Hospital, and these are just patients walking in. This is the outpatient department where when you walk in for outpatient services, this is where you begin from. And on a normal day, when you visit here at such an hour, around 10, 11, 9, you will find here this place is usually flooded with the people. But now when you take a look, these are just accountable with so many empty seats. That clearly indicates that services here have been affected. And before we came here, I had also spoken to the KMPDU representative of Nyeri County, that is Dr. Brenda Nyabuto, and she told me that they are still on strike and they have joined their colleague nationally for this strike to, of course, advocate for their rights and what they feel like poor working conditions, and also demanding for the employment of those intern doctors. So